That's why I've just told you now that I'm going to bring in more men. But the underlying factor has to be addressed. Because even if you deploy the entire Nigerian army in Plateau State, if the underlying factors are not addressed, we can't achieve much.
Has there been any arrests so far, sir?
Well, with the police, I think that some arrests have been made.
What is the underlying factor? What is it? If you can understand the meaning of the underlying factor that this chief of army staff who said that Boko Haram are their brothers is talking about, then you will forget everything about Nigeria. Indeed, there is an underlying factor, but what could that be? Stay with me in this video. Let us talk about the issue of list of terror financiers or sanction list that the federal government released yesterday. Today is Sunday, the 12th day of April 2026. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, a news was going viral on the Nigerian internet space about what some persons refer to as the list of terror financiers. But the list was released by the Nigeria Sanctions Committee, and you can get it in nigsac.gov.ng. So they published 48 names of people who they are going to sanction or whom they have sanctioned. And they said that these people are linked with the activities of terrorism. Why they are making this statement? So many people who are in APC camp started publishing that Tinubu have released the names of terror financiers. I beg to contradict what so many of you are thinking. The names you are seeing here are not terror financiers. They are just the names of people and groups that the federal government have sanctioned. They are not terror financiers. Like Boko Haram was there, Wa Jihad, Ansaru is there. What is it called? ISWAP. They put IPOB and so many other groups. So these are the groups federal government have sanctioned. They also put names who are connected to these groups. So it is just a sanction list, not the name of terror financiers. Now, I'm not supposed to even put mouth in all these things, but Nigerians are easily to be deceived. You know that for over the years, we have been asking for the list of terror financiers, and we know the reason why we are asking for the list. Some years ago, a top military intelligence officer in the DIA told us that the list of terror financiers they have, that all of them are in the government. This is government exposing government, but they can't release it because it will cause chaos. Because top politicians, you've got to arrest even someone like the president, the rest of them, and it's not possible. That is the only reason why they could not go ahead. And one of these military intelligence officers could not hold it back. He had to come to national television. I'm talking about Kunle Ondawumi. He was a top military intelligence officer. So he could not hold it back. He had to come to national television to say, listen, the list we have, they are in Tinubu's, in Buhari's government. He said it on a national television. He did not hide it. The question I'm putting forward to you is that, does these names look like minister's name, governor's name, senator's name? No. Does this look like people who are in the government? You see, Nigeria federal government should wise up. Like, you see this generation we are, it's not possible for you to deceive people. No. These are the games you people played in 1993. Nadeko days, all those things Abacha, Bionda did. No. Babangida did. You can't do it today without being caught. Yes, you can be playing your game, but people will know exactly what you are doing. So they've got to release these names as distraction to the original list. We want original list. The intelligence circle, the DSS, DIA, they know people in government who are sponsoring terrorism. Not this thing they called, this that they brought out. So where are the names of people who are in the government that are sponsoring terrorism? That is the list we want. If the list is not released, nobody is going to take Nigeria serious. And as usual, the list will not be released. So nobody is taking your people serious. Now, let me take you deep further. There is this one particular question I've been asking. I've been asking it for over the months now, right from the day 300 Catholic students were kidnapped, where the TVC News interviewed the teachers who escaped, the eyewitnesses. They confirmed that the helicopter was up. And we figure out from also people who promised not to grant interview because of fear. They told us that they saw the helicopter was painted green, white, and green, that masterminded the kidnap. And battalion of soldiers were there guiding the school children because the intelligence leaked that people are coming to kidnap them. But before the terrorists arrived, call came from Abuja, from a political office, top office in Nigeria. Call came and asked those soldiers to leave that the terrorists are coming. The soldiers left and the terrorists came and kidnapped them. Who made the call? Who made the call? You see, it is time for people to start cultivating the attitude of not taking these people serious any longer. They know what they are doing. Yeah. They want to keep what you are doing going. Don't worry, keep it going. Let's start distracting them. They distract you with your celebrities. They distract you with everything they can use to distract you. The chief of army staff was telling you that these people are our brothers. The same thing with the national security advisor. These people are our brothers. So you people should understand that these people are the ones who are solely responsible for this insecurity. So any name they release, know that that name is not a threat. Like I used to tell you that Boko Haram in the bush, they are not the threat. The people in the government who are protecting them are the threat. Vigilante, individuals, everybody can defeat Boko Haram if they are given opportunity to bear arms. They will defeat Boko Haram. It will come to an end. So all these things people are saying, talking up and down, they are just trying to waste people's time. Now, this is where the video begins. I want to take you back to what the chief of army staff said. You know, at a time, he said that even though you deploy the whole military in Nigeria to Plateau State, they can't solve the insecurity there because there is an underlying issue. And that underlying issue is all about what these terrorists want, Islamization. Okay? They want a Sharia state, Boko Haram, ISWAP, all of them, to mention but few. It is only IPOB that comes out to say, government are supporting these terrorists. We want to leave Nigeria. And they say they are terrorists. But the real terrorists who said that they don't want Nigerian constitution, that is reasonable, that they want Sharia law, and they started fighting Kindi. NSA say they are brothers. The military officer say they are brothers. The same military officer is the one who is saying that there is an underlying issue to this problem. That even though you deploy the whole military, that they can't solve it. So I want you to go through these videos for you to understand what is actually going on in Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Well, I wouldn't say particularly that it's going to be a new strategy, because the fact here is that there are some issues that need to be resolved, politically. Because we can't rely permanently on kinetic approach to issues. So with that, I'm going to meet the governor of the state and deliberate with him to see how we can resolve these issues politically. We're talking about our aspect of the job. We're going to see how we can enhance the security of this place by inducting more men, inducting more enablers, and maybe from there we'll take it on.
Okay, sir, you just said something about we're going to ask about their request for more personnel in Plateau State. So what's the plan to this?
I've just told you now that I'm going to bring in more men, but the underlying factor has to be addressed. Because even if you deploy the entire Nigerian army in Plateau State, if the underlying factors are not addressed, we can't achieve much.
Has there been any arrests so far, sir?
Well, with the police, I think that some arrests have been made. I've just told you now that I'm going to bring in more men, but the underlying factor has to be addressed. Because even if you deploy the entire Nigerian army in Plateau State, if the underlying factors are not addressed, we can't achieve much.
Has there been any arrests so far, sir?
Well, with the police, I think that some arrests have been made.
That constitution is a fraud. Now, what you are doing now, you want to start, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. And let me tell you something that people don't know. This thing was caused by the British between 1900 and 1960. They knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them. It is called indirect rule. Immediately after independence, 1960, the British knew that they shouldn't have forged these two people together. They know But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they're not even independent and merge you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Babangida came with the OIC stuff, tried to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, when 1999-2000, when Obasanjo came, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. Today now, they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Jukun, Christian, traditional, you are now under the law, the Islamic law, because they put it in the constitution.
In fact, listening to the member that was representing Ahoda East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State, I want to get his words. He said personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey? They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijani. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored A. That's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years. They will Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, all this Gen Z will come. They will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart and you can do whatever you want in your area. I've come to that conclusion that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, so to on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having? And what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, you have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000 years. They will still do it. Or if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have enough. They remain there and you have the sovereignty down south. Then you can do what you want. Or if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. You have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research. And you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people have been sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the kinetic approach is failing. So they are now trying to bring it through the Constitution, or to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people and they are still resisting us, and this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters, then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know. They may not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. They will still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the house, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years time. If it's not 10 years time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what we should be discussing with people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South are not the same. The British understood. That's what they are doing indirect, and they deliberately merge us so that we can continue to fight like this, and they can continue to take our resources away.
Speaking about the British,